There is a feeling some of us begin to notice as we move past 60. It's not a loud alarm bell, but a quiet, persistent hum of change. It's the reason why the word slowing down can feel so frustrating. Your spirit, your wisdom, your desire to engage with the world feels as bright as ever, but your body sometimes seems to be singing a different, more tired song. It's that little hesitation before you take the stairs, the way a name hovers just on the tip of your tongue, or that bone-deep weariness that settles in long before the day is done. So many women I speak with in my practice tell me they feel a disconnect, like their physical vitality is no longer a match for their inner fire. I want you to know that feeling is not just in your head. It's not simply a number on a birthday cake. There is a powerful biological process happening deep inside your body, at a cellular level, that is contributing to this feeling. And today, we're not just going to talk about it, we're going to learn how to gently and naturally work with it. Hello, my name is Dr. Emily Hart, and for more than 15 years, I've had the honor of helping women navigate the beautiful and complex journey of aging. I'm here to help you understand the changes in your body with clarity and compassion. If this is the kind of conversation you've been looking for, I would be so honored if you'd subscribe to this channel so we can continue this journey together. And I absolutely love seeing where this incredible community comes together from. Please take a moment and tell me in the comments, where are you watching from today? Now let's talk about something fascinating that scientists are calling senescent cells. It's a bit of a clinical term, but in my practice I've come to call them zombie cells. It's a slightly playful name for a very serious topic. Imagine your body is a magnificent, thriving garden. Most of the time, your cells are like diligent little plants. They grow, they divide, they do their job, and when they get old or damaged, they gracefully bow out to make room for new healthy cells. This is the natural cycle of renewal. But sometimes a few of these cells don't get the memo. They stop dividing and refuse to leave. They just hang around, no longer contributing like stubborn, withered weeds in our beautiful garden. These are the zombie cells. But the problem isn't just that they're taking up space. The real issue is that they start to cause trouble. These zombie cells release a constant stream of inflammatory signals, like a tiny, continuous distress call. It creates a kind of low-grade, chronic inflammation throughout your body, a persistent inflammatory fog that can affect everything from your energy to your joints to your mental clarity. This is what we're going to address today, not with harsh chemicals, but with a gentle method I call cellular housekeeping. Our first step in this housekeeping process is to understand and address that profound, unshakable fatigue. This isn't the kind of tired that a good night's sleep can fix. This is the exhaustion that makes you cancel plans, the weariness that turns a simple trip to the grocery store into a marathon. I think of a woman I'll call Margaret. Margaret had always found her greatest joy in her rose garden. She would spend hours pruning, weeding, and just breathing in the fragrance. But lately, she told me just the thought of it was exhausting. She'd go outside for 10 minutes, pull a few weeds, and feel completely drained, needing to sit down for the rest of the morning. The joy had been replaced by a heavy sense of obligation and a sadness for the energy she no longer had. What Margaret was feeling was the direct effect of that inflammatory fog created by zombie cells. Think of it like this. If your body has to spend all its energy constantly fighting this low-level inflammation, like a car engine that is always running a little too hot, there's very little energy left over for everything else, for gardening, for playing with grandchildren, for living fully. So, how do we begin to clear this fog? The wonderful news is that nature has provided us with gentle tools. The first tool in our cellular housekeeping kit is a powerful plant compound called quercetin. Quercetin has been shown in studies to act as a natural senolytic, meaning it helps convince those stubborn zombie cells that it's time to go. It's like a firm but polite bouncer for your cells, helping to escort the troublemakers out so the healthy cells can thrive. And you can find this amazing compound in simple, delicious foods. Think of the vibrant skin of a red apple, the zesty punch of a red onion, or the tangy little burst of flavor in capers. Even a simple cup of black or green tea contains it. Making a conscious choice to include these foods is your first step in cellular housekeeping. For Margaret, it wasn't about a drastic diet. It was about swapping her usual banana for a crisp apple with the skin on each morning and adding sliced red onion to her salads. It was a small, manageable shift. The benefit isn't just about having more energy. It's about reclaiming the parts of your life that fatigue has stolen. It's about feeling that spark again, the desire to step out into the garden not because you have to, but because you want to. You are not destined to feel tired forever. You are simply learning how to clear the way for your natural vitality to shine through. Now let's talk about our second area of focus: the aches and stiffness in our joints that can make movement feel like a chore. It's that groan when you stand up from a chair, the careful way you navigate stairs, or the morning stiffness that takes a little while to walk off. It can feel like your own body is slowly building a cage around your freedom. I remember speaking with a wonderful woman named Susan. Susan was an avid walker. For years, her daily ritual was a long walk through a nearby park. It was her time to think, to breathe, to feel strong in her body. But gradually, a persistent ache in her knees began to shorten her walks. Soon, she found herself avoiding the path with the small hill, and then she began making excuses not to go at all. She told me with tears in her eyes, "Emily, I feel like I'm losing my best friend, my own body." That ache Susan was feeling is directly linked to the zombie cells we've been talking about. The inflammatory signals they release are particularly damaging to the delicate cartilage in our joints. That inflammation is like a constant, low-level fire that slowly wears down the cushioning between our bones, leading to stiffness, pain, and a loss of mobility. The zombie cells are literally fanning the flames of discomfort in our hips, our knees, and our hands. To help douse these flames, we bring in another powerful tool for our cellular housekeeping crew. This one is called fisetin. Like quercetin, fisetin is another natural plant compound that has shown remarkable promise as a senolytic. It works hand in hand with quercetin to gently and effectively clear out those old, damaged cells. And where can you find this incredible ally? Fisetin is most abundant in the sweet, joyful foods of nature. Think of a bowl of bright red strawberries, the juicy, golden flesh of a mango, or the unique honey-like sweetness of a persimmon. These aren't medicines, they are delights. By bringing these foods into her life, Susan started to think of her snacks as an act of self-care. A handful of strawberries in her yogurt, a sliced mango for dessert. These became her delicious weapons against joint inflammation. Over time, the constant, nagging ache began to subside. She started with a short walk around the block, then ventured back to her beloved park. The journey back to her long walks was slow, but it was filled with hope. The tangible benefit here is feeling more fluid, more graceful in your own skin. It's about taking a walk and noticing the birds, not the ache in your knee. It's the freedom to get down on the floor to play with a grandchild without a detailed plan for how you'll get back up. This is about empowering your body to calm its own fires, so you can move through your world with ease and joy. Finally, let's talk about something that can be truly frightening: the feeling that your mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. I'm talking about that frustrating brain fog. Losing your train of thought mid-sentence, struggling to find the right word, or walking into a room and completely forgetting why you're there. It can shake your confidence and make you worry if it's the start of something more serious. A woman I'll call Carol described it to me as feeling like her brain was wrapped in cotton wool. She was a vibrant social person, but she started to withdraw in conversations, afraid she would lose her place and feel embarrassed. She felt a deep sense of loss for the quick, clear mind she had always relied on. This mental cloudiness is not a personal failing. It is another consequence of that systemic, body-wide inflammation. The inflammatory fog we've been discussing doesn't just stay in your joints or your muscles. It can cross the highly sensitive blood-brain barrier. When these inflammatory molecules reach the brain, they disrupt the delicate communication between your brain cells. It's like static on a telephone line, making it harder for messages to get through clearly and quickly. This is what creates that feeling of fog and forgetfulness. So, how do we clear the static? Here, the solution isn't a new ingredient, but the beautiful synergy of the ones we've already met. The combined power of quercetin from foods like apples and onions, and fisetin from foods like strawberries and mangoes, creates a powerful anti-inflammatory effect that benefits your entire system, including your brain. As you reduce the overall inflammatory load on your body, you also reduce the inflammation affecting your mind. One more simple but profoundly important piece of this puzzle is water. Pure, simple water. Your brain is mostly water, and staying well hydrated is essential for flushing out metabolic waste and helping all your cellular processes run smoothly. Think of it as rinsing the dust off your brain cells. Drinking a little more water throughout the day is one of the easiest and most effective acts of cellular housekeeping you can perform. For Carol, focusing on these simple nutritional shifts and making a point to sip water all day long began to lift the fog. The words came a little easier. Her thoughts felt more connected. Her confidence in conversation returned, not overnight, but with a gentle, growing clarity. The empowerment here is immense. It's the realization that your mind is not failing you. It's a beautifully complex organ that simply needs a cleaner, healthier environment in which to operate. By tending to the health of your body, you are directly tending to the clarity of your mind. I want to leave you with this thought. Your body possesses an incredible, innate wisdom and a profound capacity for renewal. The presence of these zombie cells is a natural part of aging, but you are not powerless against their effects. You are the steward of your own well-being. Every choice you make, no matter how small, is a message of care you send to every cell in your body. An apple instead of a cookie, a glass of water when you feel sluggish, a handful of berries for a snack. These are not deprivations. They are acts of profound love and respect for the body that has carried you through a lifetime of experiences. Your age is a measure of your wisdom, not your decline. So please don't feel overwhelmed. Start with one small thing. What is one gentle act of cellular housekeeping you can invite into your life this week? I would love for you to share it in the comments below. Reading about your journeys and your commitments inspires not just me, but every single woman in this wonderful community. Thank you for sharing this time with me today. Be well and be wonderfully you.